question is that somebody's writing that he wants to spend a lot of time learning during this coronavirus, during the quarantine. And for family reasons and family obligations, he's not able to balance his time. What should he do?
He should spend time with his family. And when he has a little free time, then he should learn. Or the better thing, he should learn with his family. Teach your children something, learn something with your wife. That way you have both.
Dice, pregunto de Argentina. I am asking from Argentina. We are close at our homes. Okay, if it means that is the freedom of the neshama.
It's the freedom for the neshama to be itself.
Okay. There's another question for a lady that she asked, how can she celebrate Pesach alone at home?
You know, somebody asked me, are you upset that you can't go to the minyan? I said, yes, I'm upset. Just like I'm upset that I can't give a korban.
Do you think that all of this is connected to the coming of Mashiach?
Absolutely. No question about it.
No.
But there are two ways you can look at it. And you hear this online. People are saying, we are being punished. We can't make a korban because we're being punished. They say that Hashem is telling us, go to your room because you're a bad boy. And when you become a good boy, you can come out. But that's not the Rebbe's way of thinking. First of all, we are not bad, we are very good. After 3,000 years since the Torah was given, and 2,000 years of suffering, Jews are very good. Hashem is not upset with us, and he's not sending us to our room. The opposite. He's saying, we had great tzaddikim and we had great heroes in the past. But now we don't need that. We're so close to Mashiach, we just need one little mitzvah more. We just need to know who we are. So he's not upset with us. He doesn't need the big mitzvahs anymore. Now he needs the little mitzvahs. Because one more little mitzvah can change the whole world.
The question is that there are many people suffering right now. Many people are going through a lot of stress being at home. And the question is, if the body and the brain suffer, does the neshama suffer as well?
Yes. But the point is not to suffer. The point is, you now have an opportunity to be comfortable being alone in your home because you're not missing anything. So the woman who asked, what do I do if I'm alone? You understand that Hashem is saying, that's all I need from you. So we're not losing anything. We're not being denied. This is exactly what Hashem needs from us today, which means if you're sitting alone by a Seder, Hashem is there with you. Somebody made a joke about if Eliyahu Hanavi comes to your door, don't let him in because he's been to so many houses. Who knows? He's carrying a virus. But your father comes to the Seder and you can let him in because he doesn't have a virus. When you come to the 4 questions, who are you asking? You're asking your father. So before you ask the question, say, Tate, I want to ask you 4 questions. And when you say that, your father will come even from heaven. So you will not be alone. Also, there's a story about the Rebbe. After the Rebbetzin passed away, so the Rebbe was going to have a Seder by himself. So a little boy invited the Rebbe to his house. He said, my mother is upset that you're going to be alone by the Seder. This was the boy, Ari Halberstam, who was shot on the bridge when the Rebbe was in the hospital. So he said, my mother is upset that you're going to be alone. So the Rebbe said, and it's very unusual for the Rebbe to be so open, the Rebbe said, I won't be alone. My father-in-law will be with me. The previous Rebbe. So no Jew is alone on Pesach. In fact, it can be even more exciting and more meaningful than a regular Seder.
He's asking if the fact that it's happening before Pesach has any meaning, if it's connected with Pesach, what we're going through with the coronavirus.
It is connected, because Pesach means coming out of the limitations, coming away, getting free from anything that limits us. So now we are being liberated and freed. We are coming out of the Mitzrayim of our habits because we got trapped. We think life means going to parties, going to movies, going shopping, traveling, going to Pesach programs, or just going to a shul, to a minyan. And that became our life. So now we realize you can have a life without shopping. You can have a life without traveling, without going to parties, without going to baseball games or football. So this is really a Yetziat Mitzrayim. And that prepares us for Mashiach.
The fact that this is happening to Jews and non-Jews alike, how could we say that this is a sign of the coming of Mashiach if it's something that's happening to everybody, and we say that Mashiach will only affect the Jewish people?
No. Mashiach affects everybody, because we describe the time of Mashiach when v'ro'u kol basar yachdav, not just Jews, kol basar, because if not, then it's not Mashiach. Because Mashiach means that godliness came down to the whole world, to every part of the world. So that's actually consistent with Mashiach.
He asked if he has a family member, a parent in quarantine, and he's in quarantine because of his age and because he's in a high-risk category, and therefore it's a danger for him to go out there, telling him. And the question is he allowed to leave his parent by himself for Pesach, or should he have his parent come for the Seder anyway, even though it's an obligatory quarantine from the government?
The first thing that Hashem wants is that a Jew should be healthy. If you don't go out this Pesach, you will live and be healthy so that next year you will be able. And then the year after that, you'll be able to, till 120. So the first thing is be healthy.
Another topic that many people are asking about is, how could they concentrate on their studying and on their service of Hashem when they're very worried and stressed about the financial situation that's going on in the world and specifically in their lives at this moment?
The whole world is suffering financially. The whole world. That means that the whole financial reality of the whole world is changing. So I don't know how it's going to happen, but when this is over, the economic financial reality will be better than it ever has been. Our whole attitude towards working for a living will change. Having a job, going to work, making money, it's all going to be different and better. So don't think that when the virus is over, you're going to go back to your old life. We're not going back, we're going forward. That's number one. Number two, this is how we serve God best, when we trust him. The deal is like this: I will do for him what he needs, and he will do for me what I need. So I just have to make sure that I do my half, because he will certainly do his half. So there's nothing to worry about.
How could somebody avoid fear in these times? Not just for economic, but for health, etc.
Fear is not a bad thing. Panic is a bad thing. So if you're realistic and if you're intelligent, of course there's fear. But the fear doesn't paralyze you, it motivates you. So use the fear in a productive way. Be extra kind, be extra sensitive. In that way, the fear will help you, not hurt you.